Division standards. A's.
Ship's complete, most of it ready for colour, sir. Very good, Cadets. Cadets. Count colours, please. Yes, sir.
Ship's company standards. A's.
1 minute to close, sir.
Ship's company. Home.
Guard! Shoulder! Out!
Divisions. Turning out. Right and left. Turn.
Close, sir.
Stand still.
Guard! General salute! Present! Out! Guard! Shoulder! Out!
Divisions. Turning inboards. Right and left. Turn.
Guard! Order! Out!
Divisions of caps. Division. Ship's company standards. A's. Stand easy.
Good evening. What would you say was the important quality which has been needed in our preparations for this evening? I think you could say an important quality was...
Home. Divisions on caps. Ship's company standards. A's. Stand easy. Ship's company. Home.
Cozy person, please, sir. Use as much for guard. This means one. Out, sir.
March off the guard.
Aye, aye, sir! Guard! Shoulder! Out! Guard, move to the left in
those who are spectating, whilst I meet the cadets and talk to them, do please feel free to talk amongst yourselves. And if you wish to take any photographs and you can actually see, then do please do so.
Call out the officers. Call out the instructors. Post up signal pattern. Division standard. Hey!
Orban, hi. Orban, one paces. Now.
No sugar.
Stop. Waiter.
No sugar. One pace step forward. Now.
You're in there now. Oh, right.
Signal pattern.
Stay there.
What?
Yeah, I
That's your top area commander. It's now the 22nd of Feb, 05, and it's the Commodore's inspection. Even got floodlights for the night.
It's not exactly easy. Right, the next one we're going to do is butterfly.
style. Go back, back straight. Go back up, butterfly. Then go back, breast straight. Fast team, get mouse fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome you to the Sky Circus. We have a number of displays to delight and astound you. Firstly tonight, may I introduce the physical training team of the world's strongest man. After a brief warm-up, the world's strongest man will show his strength and stamina by lifting his 10-ton weight.
Okay, it's very important to walk body forward, okay? And just to make sure all your joints are moved, okay? So swing, swing, swing. Send some way. Okay.
Next tonight, we've got the freak show. May I introduce the world's tallest man, the world's strongest man. Also, may I introduce in accordance with the Royal Navy dress race, the bearded lady. Where's the tallest man? So we can get the blood back to the vital organs.
Sorry, we use putting through me. You all know the importance of hygiene and organic. Leave not to use preparing or eating food. I will now demonstrate how they cook through me.
Go on, hit me! Hit me! Ah!
Until we get to hospital. It's a bit of a harsh cut. Just like putting it yourself. Migs. Ready! Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Medics well trained for you guys. I look what you broke down there. Stay still while I put a splint on it.
Trained to eat this fire. Get the fire going on the speed of your needs and oxygen. Oh, that was hot.
Oxygen, not burn yourself. Medic! Medic! Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Our first aid team is well trained in burns. Oh, it looks like you burned your mouth. I'll take you back to the hospital and soak you in some water. That should be alright. Right, you lie falling! Right, you, follow me. Come on. Right, you, up. Right, you down here now. Right, you see this excess hair around here? Only like that. Nice, neat, curved like that. And you see them claws down there? Then what I mean? Well, not like that. Good, right. Crew and get in. Step in the boat. One time, remember? Now put your feet, take your feet off there, should put your feet to the gun all put that over that side, should be one for each side, remember? Right, so let go stern. Let go bow. Down, boy. Big way. Together. Right, I've got it. Together. Come on, your area pulling crew. Should pull better than this. All the way forward, all the way back. Both yours. Right, crew step out. Stroke step out. 80 valve step out. Barman step out. Our unit activities are dominated by water. Foot hours for the earth to do a complete spin. This means that you get 2 cycles of high water and low water each day. A similar gravitational force is made by the sun. The fact that these objects all rotate around each other at constant rates means that we can predict the rate of rise and fall of water or predict the tides. In the first hour of the tide, 1/12 of water comes in. As the tide changes from slack water and starts to come in, it will only have a small effect. In the second hour of the tide, 2/12 of the water comes in. As the tide goes more water is flowing, which has a greater effect on objects in the water. In the third hour of the tide, 3/12 come in. By now the tide is at full speed. And the greatest amount of water is moving. In the fourth hour of the tide, 3/12 of the tide come in, making the tide back to the point. And again, the tide is moving at full speed. In the fifth hour, 2/12 of the tide comes in. At this point, the water starts to slow down. In the sixth hour, 1/12 of the tide comes in. At this point, we are at high water.
Look, there's a shield wall.
It's how does the water get back into rain? This is through water vapour.
Like the guy kettle, the boils from the shield wall creates the water, steam to run the ship.
When you start the cycle again, we at TS4, we have a magical way called the rain. Our rain dance. As you can see, this is our rain god, stood in the chair. He is a prominent creature. This is he who brings rain. Oh, dancing is just for show.
cadet wives. Our second presentation tonight is to one person who works tirelessly behind the scenes. For the previous 20 years, Mr. Julian Banks, our unit treasurer, has supported this unit, and this is a certificate of the recognition of the input he gives into the unit. Presentation tonight, I'm going to have to ask the Commodore to step aside for the Mayor of Northampton, who has the presentation of the annual Mayor's Cadet.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Petty Officer Cadet Samantha Green, could she come forward? That's me. Hereby appoints yourself, Petty Officer Cadet Samantha Green, as the Northampton Mayor Cadet for the Civic Office 2005 to 2006, dated the 22nd day of February 2005, signed by myself and the Chief Executive of the Northampton Borough Council. Now, if I could present that to you, and hope that you're going to enjoy this year, because there was a lot of fun in here this evening. When you get down to the council chamber, you'll find that there's also a lot of fun in there. There's a lot of hot air too. And if you're anything like Chris, he enjoyed it. I think it was Chris, wasn't it, last year? Yes, yeah, it was Chris last year, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a couple of times I think he nodded off. Along with Mr. Hughes, because he knocks off as well. So anyway, I hope you'll enjoy yourself. It was great fun this evening. I think you did absolutely marvellous. I can remember when I was in the Sea Cadets back in HMS Wyvern, at the other end of the town, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I hope, you know, there's so many children, so many kids these days that do good works, discipline, that's all we want. And, you know, you're doing an absolute fine job, and this is a superb corps, you know, and I hope you go and win, actually. I hope you win, definitely. Anyway, there you go. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen and cadet staff, all of you, you're about the fifth person to have said that. In other words, I've seen, this is the fifth one of these different inspections I've seen, and much local support there is all around the country, which is tremendous to see. And so I suppose you're sort of welcoming me here to Northampton for the first time, but I want to welcome those of you who haven't been to the unit perhaps before, to the unit and to see what the sort of things that cadets get up to. I don't think they do this every week. But no, there's certainly some nerves going on before tonight. But it is tremendous that goes on here, and I want to thank you for the support that you give here within the community. It's quite vital. I want to say congratulations as well to, I don't need to say very much more than the Mayor's just said, do I? But congratulations to you on the performance you've given tonight, but also through the year. It's not just about tonight. It's actually about what you do all through the year. We've sort of caught a glimpse of one or two of the bits and pieces that you've done without water here tonight, whether it was swimming or actually boating without water. It was not a surprise evolution, but it's tremendous to see. And I'm delighted to be here because I can't get around to all the units. It may sound strange, and a number of the youngsters who I've met, even the very first few days I was in this job, which was 8 months ago, said, will you be coming to our unit? And I said, well, actually, do you know how many units there are? And most of them didn't know that there are 400 units, just about 400, spread around the country, around the UK. And so even if I manage to visit one a week, if you do the sums, it'll take me 8 years to get around them all. So I'm really glad to be able to come here to Northampton and to see what you're doing here on your relatively muddy island. But it looked very smart covered in snow. It was very clever of you to organise that. Everything was painted white, very nice and neatly. But it is good to come and see that. I do want to say specific congratulations, though, not just to those who are here supporting, but to people like the Unit Management Committee and to the Parents and Supporters Association who raised the funds to keep this place going. Because although it's supported by the Royal Navy, the Sea Cadet Corps is supported by the Royal Navy to the tune of quite a few £1 million, that all goes to national training. So the sort of things which many of these youngsters will be away to HMS Raleigh, to HMS Bristol, and other places like that, providing national courses for them to go and do. None of the money actually comes down to the units. That's all up to the locals here to raise the funds for that. And so I want to say a huge thank you to them for keeping, just paying things like the insurance in a place like this is huge. And so it is, it's very important that goes on. And I urge any of you that aren't already taking part or contributing in some way or other to think about stitching up the person sitting next to you. That's probably the best way of doing it, stitching up to enable to volunteering them. But do keep that going. I'm sure most of you do already. I want to just make a small addition to that. A lot's gone on in the last few weeks to get the unit to this standard for this evening's performance. And so in some ways recognition of that, the effort that's gone in, but also to help the funds. I want to, where's the chairman of the Unit Management Committee? There he is. What I'd like to do is just give a small token from the Sea Cadet Corps. It's a cheque for £500 to go into your coffers. I hope you'll be able to make good use of it. I'm sure you will. Dashing off in that direction. I suspect he'll be waylaid by the treasurer, that's what happens. So there are lots of opportunities. Having said that the opportunities that are here, that are provided by people such as the UMC and the parents and supporters, there are lots of opportunities out there in the Corps. If you remember nothing else I say tonight, it is grasp all those opportunities. I think from what I've seen, you're pretty good at doing that already. So continue grasping those opportunities. And I'm sure you'll go on from strength to strength as you do move on in the Corps. Because the motto, in case you hadn't twigged earlier on, of the Sea Cadets is serious fun. And I believe in fun. Serious, or sometimes not quite so serious. It's all very well to say I believe in fun, but I thought I'd better demonstrate it as well. Just a little bit. Some of you may be expecting something like this anyway. So just stand back so everyone can see it. Well, I think behind me will be able to see. So I'll stand back here where hopefully you'll all be able to. If you want to stand over there and you'll be able to see as well. How many of you have done sort of boat work and towing? Quite a few. Right, there we go. Keen to volunteer. Now, the thing is, if you're doing towing, you need a strong rope and two ends, one for each boat, don't you? Of course, it's no good if you haven't got a piece of strong rope. It doesn't have to be tow rope, as long as it's the right sort of hawser. It's all very well if you were to have, say, the two ends that you required, but actually you had two middles, that would be no good, would it? No, there'd be too many middles, and that would be no use at all. Of course, if you actually had the two ends that you required, like this, but you actually had three middles, that would be no good either. You've got too many middles. Yeah, so if you've got a tow, you need less middles. So you might decide it's okay to have just two middles. But then, of course, if you had 1, 2, 3 ends, that would be no good either, would it? This wasn't something I found in the seamanship room earlier on, the 3 ends and the 2 middles, because it was too many ends and too many middles. Of course, what you really need is just one strong middle. So, of course, if you did that and you just had one strong middle, then all would be well, wouldn't it? Unless, of course, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 ends. Because then there would be too many ends to tow both 1, 2, 3, 4 ends and a strong middle. Because what you actually need is one strong middle and 2 ends. And if you do that, then of course you can go into towing. If you don't, you have to look for the AA on the water. Your who's an expert in seamanship will be demonstrating that later. And answering questions. But no, it's good to see you having so much fun. There's been a super amount of fun tonight. I've enjoyed it tremendously, and I'm sure all of the folk out there have enjoyed it. And certainly it's evident from your faces that you've enjoyed it too. I just want to conclude by I've said thanks to the UMC and to the parents and supporters, but to conclude with the element without which really the whole of this couldn't happen at all, and that's the staff. The staff put in a huge amount of time and effort, both in front of the scenes and those who are behind the scenes as well, doing all the admin bits and pieces that make a place like this run, the liaisons that go on with other organisations and and ships and so on, but particularly the staff here. And I want to say thank you to all of them on behalf of the Sea Cadet Corps, because you take part in the district, the area, the nationals, but also on behalf of all of you here. And so, as I finish now, don't give me a round of applause. I want you to give all your staff a huge round of applause for all they've done in the past, and I know they'll be doing in the future. Well done. Keep it up.
Fall out to the officers. Fall out to the instructors.
It's now the 24th of May 2005. It's the trophy presentation for the Canada Cup. We had the inspection back in February. Now we're having the actual presentation of the Cup. The training commander has just arrived, and we're now waiting for the Commodore to arrive and Second Sea Lord Admiral to arrive, Sir James Burnett. That's it. Admiral's just arrived. The inspection is now underway. Guards are now being inspected. Carry-on's piped. Area Commander, Lieutenant Commander Sharp, Commander Kent, DO, ADO, Naval Photographer, as the Admiral's inspecting the guard. Now going to have colours, prep's gone up. Prep's halfway. Guard General salute, present arms. Everybody saluted. The ensign's going up. Now having prayers. Now getting permission to march off the guard. Admiral's now inspecting the divisions. Admiral's now inspecting the junior division. Behind him is Commodore Brockenhurst, Commodore of the Sea Cadets, who did our inspection back on February the 22nd. Now getting ready for air boating evolutions. See quite a crowd tonight. No, because it's special inspection back in February, and this is the presentation night of the Canada Trophy. That's why we've got so many people down here tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I'll see you later.
Here we go, capsize routine. Whoop. All the presentations are now being
It's super to be able to come back so soon. And last time I was here, I just had to say very few words on the basis that at that stage I hadn't seen all the competitors. And I can tell you it was a very close competition. But I just want to echo what your CEO has already said. It is, and I don't really need to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, it's for being the best Sea Cadet unit in the country, in the United Kingdom. So cheers to yourself. Bravo Zulu from me. Well done, particularly because, of course, this unit, more than any others, has come back from adversity. 7 years ago, large flood. I don't need to tell you all of that. You know it. I've only seen some of the photographs. And since then, it's been a pretty meteoric rise. And that is down to all of you that are here, whether you're cadets, who are here now and weren't here 7 years ago. Well, a lot of you weren't anyway. Some of you probably were. But a lot of you weren't here then. But, of course, also to those people who've been working in the background, in the foreground, to make this place run and to do as well as it has done. And those are the UMC members, the parents and supporters, and of course the staff. And I did give a big well done to all of those last time I was here, but I want to do that again personally. The amount of effort that goes into producing not just tonight, not just the Canada Trophy night, but actually through the year. This competition isn't judged on one night's performance, it's not a show, it's actually all of you having the opportunities that you get with the Sea Cadets throughout the year. And indeed this goes back year on year. And so I want to just to re-emphasize.
Very much. Let's get the rest of the staff, the unit management committee, the parents up here to get the medals.
Lieutenant Reid has
Thank you all
just been
the hard
made
work
acting
for
Lieutenant
you.
Reid.
If you'd like to all come up, please. They spend 6 weeks in Ganges Division. Ganges Division, they learn all the basic training. They learn about how to be a Sea Cadet. They learn how to care for their uniform. At the end of the 6 weeks training, these cadets then have to make their...
And that's it, Canada Trophy for 2004 into 2005, Northampton unit. First time ever, unit established 1942, and we got it now.